every now and then a game comes along that absolutely crushes all expectations. It fires on all cylinders. Story, gameplay, mechanics, exploration. Every single thing is great. Every now and then. This year, Control came along and just absolutely obliterated all expectations that I had for the game. It's kind of a AA game. So it was just a little bit rough around the edges. Fundamentally, everything was there, and it was all excellent. From start to finish, Control offers a thrill ride that punches way above its weight class in almost every way. The game left me in complete disbelief, ravenous for more, and not only will it be a big focus in my Game of the Year conversation, but it will also be a big focus in Game of the Generation conversation here in about a year and a half. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to LegalSpeak, a Cold North production. We're doing something new, trying something out, so let's see how it goes. This is going to be a really brief kind of synopsis, and if you want more of an expanded view, you can go check out our website, coldnorthpro.com, for, let's face it, probably better worded, more well thought out article about my thoughts on Control this week. So let's get to it. Atmosphere is a pretty often overlooked element of a game. What a lot of people don't think about is how it can really make or break a setting. Alien Isolation had incredible atmosphere. The setting was good, but there was that intangible of the silence, the aesthetic, the lighting, everything coming together to create an atmosphere made Alien Isolation what it was. You take a look at Control. Control honestly brings all that together, and it's the atmosphere that really elevates it from good to really, really great. I loved everything about the setting in Control. It was the atmosphere, like the setting, the 3D space was amazing, but it was the atmosphere, how consistent everything was. The mid-century architecture, the mid-century furniture, how everything felt of the same era. The atmosphere really contributed in a major way. When Jessie wanders into the FBC, the Federal Bureau of Control, she walks in and it's very obvious that there were a bunch of people here, but they all left in a hurry. There's papers all over the place, which you can pick up, and that's awesome. It's a place that was very obviously evacuated in a hurry, which adds to that level of creepiness. Now, it's very eerily silent. Atmosphere is something that Control nails, and it's something that's very intangible, and it's something that a lot of games miss. They miss the mark just by a little bit. In Control, the atmosphere is what really elevates the game. And honestly, the atmosphere is it's what takes the game from feeling like a game to feeling like a real space. Even though what's happening in this game, there is no possible way that this could happen in real life, but it still feels distinctly real. And that's all because of the atmosphere. And what's populating that atmosphere is a really fantastic cast of characters. Characters that are human, but not quite human, if that makes any sense. It's Trench, Ahti, Emily, Marshall, Dylan. All these characters, and of course Jessie and Polaris, all these characters populate this atmosphere, and they create what's a really, really cool story to experience in this amazing setting. The story, the best way I can think of to describe it, when discussing this game with a friend of mine, he called it the Death Stranding that no one was talking about. Because Death Stranding is a game that's entirely shrouded in mystery, right? We're all discussing it. We're all kind of in question and trying to theorize and figure out. Control, no one was really talking about this game. And I think that the reason people weren't talking about this game is because it is kind of a AA game. There wasn't a whole lot of marketing behind it. Jessie has this internal monologue that's just really amazing. And she keeps correcting herself in the outset of the game. She says, "Oh, I came here. No, we came here." And I keep thinking, why does she keep making that mistake? And then she said, as she's thinking about talking to Emily, she's thinking to herself, she says, should I tell her? Do I trust her enough? People react strongly when I tell them about you. And then it dawned on me, she wasn't talking to herself. She was talking to me. And that was amazing. That is arguably, maybe we'll have a discussion about this on a podcast someday, but like, that is amongst the best fourth wall breaks I have ever seen in any medium, bar none. And then she continues to talk to you throughout the game. And that relationship, that dynamic between Jesse and the player is what really drives the story forward. Because the relationship between Jesse and Dylan is what I was expecting to push the story forward, but Dylan ends up kind of being not so much a B story, but the catalyst for the A story, which is the relationship between Jesse and the player. And that's something that was incredibly interesting. And I really, really can't wait for more. I hope they make a Control 2. But honestly, that's not to say the whole thing is good. Like, it's not all good. It's not all fun and games. The PS4 version of the game has a lot of performance issues. Frame rate stutters. Every time you pause the game or like look at the map or anything like that, when you unpause, the game freezes for about 5 seconds. And then it stutters. You know, you're getting major frame drops for about another 10 to 20 seconds before it catches up. And you know, when you complete missions, the game will just straight up freeze for 30 seconds. Just the video though, the audio continues. And so it's this very disconnecting, jarring effect that kind of takes you out of the moment, breaks immersion quite a bit. So it's not something to really like. At first I was like, oh, well, it's, you know, it's kind of a AA game. I'll forgive it. But as the game continued, and I was playing on a PS4 Pro, and as the game continued, it was just like, this is unexcusable. This is too much of an issue to ignore. And so I have to mention it here. If you have the option to play it on a different platform, like PC or Xbox One X, maybe even Xbox One, I don't know. But if you have the option to play it on a different platform, definitely play it there. That being said, if you don't have that option, don't let these performance issues stop you from playing this game. At the time of recording this, this is my game of the year. I loved it from start to finish. The mystery, the characters, the story, the setting, all of it was so incredible. It really, really gripped me. And it's definitely an experience you should have if you're looking to play a really fun single-player game. Like I said at the beginning, this is something new that we're trying out, so let me know what you think. We're gonna probably just keep going with this. I'm glad to be making videos for you guys again. I'm sorry I've been away for so long. A bunch of shit came up, and gonna get back on the horse. Get back to making videos every week again, and hopefully gonna be back next week talking about Link's Awakening. So until then, just go play some games.